So happy 2026. That still feels so weird to say. It really has not sunk in at all. 2016 was a decade ago. It just feels like yesterday to me. This is so trippy. I don't like this. I hope everyone had a happy holidays if you celebrate, and even if you don't celebrate anything, hope you had a lovely time. Year's not off to a particularly great start for me, but it is only the 9th, so we persevere. But you know what January means in the AG community? It's Jammie January. So I will be dressing some dolls in pajamas and talking about my collection goals for 2026, which most of this will be discussing my doll wish list, because I realize I have very few character dolls specifically left to collect, which is crazy to me. So I'll be talking about those and just the vibe I want to go for in my collection this year. Real quick before we start on the dressing portion, I thought I'd show you more secondhand bookstore purchases. I can never find dolls in thrift stores or anything. I did see a few dolls at a Ross, 90 and 91 at Ross, but I wasn't interested in either of them. But it was cool. That's the first time I saw dolls like out in the wild that weren't at the store. Do a very good job at finding the books. As you see, we have Elizabeth's book, have Nikki's first book, and then both of Mia's books. And I just got Mia, I was about to say this year. It is 2026. I got Mia last year. Oh, it's setting in. Time is setting in. My Arwen, she's right here. Love her. Ignore the fact that everyone here is still dressed in holiday clothes. It's the 9th, so I'm giving myself some slack. But I'm so excited now I get to read her books with her. Fun fact, actually, all the AG books that I've gotten are like sitting under my desk waiting to be read. It's taking me a minute, but I'm getting through them, so it's fine. I just finished my first like full historical series, Marie Grace and Cecile's books. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, it's definitely a goal this year for me is to keep reading more of the stories. But with all that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and start dressing some dolls. I did their hair beforehand so I can just focus on the outfits. So here we have Claudie and me dressing her in her pajamas, obviously. Peace. And she has the bonnet on already, which is cute. So I love the American Girl historical line, and they're the main dolls that I want to collect, essentially. And they're just my biggest collection out of my collection, if that makes sense. But I realized I have very few dolls left to collect that I actually want. I'm not looking to complete any collections, to be clear. I will say there are very few historicals that I don't like or don't want. But even so, even if it's just like a small number, which I think it's like 2 that I don't want, I think. Again, very small number. I'm not going to force myself to get them. You know what I mean? So I think I've spoken before how I don't particularly like Courtney that much. The other doll, actually, funnily enough, is Elizabeth. Nothing against her. Like, she's pretty. I just don't really feel a need for her. Plus, I do have a Felicity. She's up there. She's the 35th anniversary one, and she stays in her box. What slipper is this? Left in, right? What? Oh, I think... What? I do want to get some of her outfits though, so that I can display her in like different outfits. Like her holiday outfit's so pretty. I would love to own that, but I just really don't feel a need for Elizabeth. She's just not that interesting to me. But here's Claudie in her pajamas, so cute. See, the real challenge is gonna get them all to stand in the slippers. Next up we have Josefina. This is her original nightgown, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, aside from those two, I have technically 3 dolls, historical dolls left to add. I say technically because there are 2 dolls that I do have right now, but I'm kind of thinking of getting other ones, which I got 2. The first doll that is the one I'm probably going to get this year because she's the only one still available at AG, and that is Isabel Hoffman. I got Nikki Hoffman. I almost said this year again. Last year. This is a new year. But I got Nikki because she was my favorite of the 2. I said before that the twins really remind me of me and my sister. And ever since I got Nikki, my sister was asking, so when are you going to get me? When are you going to get Isabel? Isabel is definitely coming home with me at some point this year. Don't know when that'll be, because I feel like I got so many dolls. I'm gonna make a video being like, oh, the dolls I got in 2025. I don't actually remember how many. I think was it 6? I think it was. I feel like I got so many, so I'm slowing down. I have no need nor desire to get a doll anytime soon. This one's so simple, but she's so cute. I love this. And she doesn't have slippers, so she should be able to stand. Right? Speaking of 2026, it is Raquel's year. The year of Raquel. She's so pretty. She's also naked, so we'll change her into her pajamas right now. Yeah, I really don't expect to get Isabel until at least halfway through this year. It's just really not a priority for me to buy new things right now. And the rest of the dolls are retired girls. Why can't I get her pants up? So I'd have to find them secondhand. And they're ones that are a bit more difficult to find. The first one is Nellie O'Malley, Samantha's best friend. I freaking love Nellie. She is so cute. I'm perfectly content to get her without her maid outfit, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's cute. Like, if I get it with her, that'd be awesome. But it's not one I particularly need. I would like to get her cross necklace, though. I think that's gorgeous. And then the other doll is Cecile Ray. And if you know anything about Cecile, you know, crazy expensive. And I'm just so worried about the state of her hair, honestly. But I feel like I can't even make consideration until I find one, but I have no idea if that'll even happen. I don't expect to get either of them this year, but pipe dreams. And I want Nellie more than Cecile, honestly. And for a while, I wasn't even sure I exactly wanted Cecile. Like, I'm not banking on getting her. I would like to at some point, because I think she's really pretty. It'd be nice for my Mary Grace doll to have her bestie. Girl of the year 2026 in her pajamas. These are really cute. Speaking of best friend dolls, here's Ruthie. I got her off of AGIG, actually, last year. I wanted to say this year again. Jeez, did not think I would have found her, but found her for a great deal, and the seller included her pajamas, which I did not expect, so I'm so excited. But yeah, those are the 3 dolls that I have yet to add, but I already have a Rebecca Rubin and Emily Bennett. However, I do want to get replacement ones. Starting off with Rebecca, I wanted Rebecca for so long. I finally got her for my 18th birthday in 2022. How old am I? And I know the Josefina mold hasn't changed as drastically as some other molds, such as the Sonali mold, but I just not really bonding with my Rebecca, not really vibing with her face mold. I'd like to get a Rebecca with, one, the older Josefina mold, but also the light hazel eyes. And the eyes that she originally came out with, I think, look so pretty. So I would like to get an older Rebecca. So like around like her debut era, I guess. Because I don't know when they stopped doing the light hazel eyes on her, honestly. And the same kind of goes for Emily. I got Emily back in 2014 at the benefit sale that year. And when I was younger, I didn't really care that much about how the face molds looked, or I didn't really notice the different sized eyes or anything like that. But now as an adult, I very much notice my Emily doll specifically. One eye is bigger than the other. Her right eye is not only bigger, but it is also more wide. Like the shape, the roundness of it is more wide as opposed to her left eye, which is more taller, if that at all makes sense. It just kind of bugs me. And I see other people's Emily's and they just look so pretty. I'm like, I wish I could feel that way about my Emily, but I just don't. So I would like to get another Emily at some point. But honestly, getting a new Emily is lower priority for me. I definitely want to get into Rebecca. I'm still not totally set on getting into Emily, though, I will say. I cannot put these damn slippers on. Girl. I have to be all rich and shit and get these fur trim slippers and your satin pajamas with the R on the pocket. Like, girl. Okay, good enough. We got a mod. Kind of. It's not completely over her heel, but I can't. I can't. Here's Ruthie. I mean, these are cute. Pants are little. They're cute. Nice with these slippers. They're more like house shoes anyway. You can actually like stand on them. Stand in them, I guess, is a more appropriate way of saying that. Alright, first Truly Me. Here is Truly Me 80, Ezra. And I don't know what these pajamas are called, but they're the ice cream ones, so she's going in that. I have the other slipper, I just didn't grab it because I'm... Anyway, that about wraps up my historical doll discussion. Jesus. Speaking of character dolls, we also have some retired girl of the years that I would like to look for. The number one being Marisol Luna because she's Latina and I'm Latina and she's from Chicago and she's so pretty and I I love her so much. Oh, and I should say, obviously, with these Girl of the Year dolls, they're all retired because there's 3 Girl of the Years out right now for some reason. Are they still selling Lila? I actually don't know. I don't want Lila, and I definitely don't want Summer. And I already have Raquel, so yeah. Secondhand. Woohoo. Another doll that I like is McKenna Brooks, who is the Girl of the Year for 2012, because I definitely wanted her when I was younger. Now, she's a pretty basic doll, but, like, I think it'd be cool to get her. Then I would have every Girl of the Year from 2011 to 2019? No, 2020. Wait. Yes? Am I lying? No, till 2020. It's like my childhood of Girl Years. Completing that would be pretty cool, I think. Now, this one would be a bit weird, and this is a doll that I'm not necessarily expecting to ever get, honestly, but I think it'd be pretty cool to get Gwen. And honestly, I could just probably get a Just Like You 12 and be completely satisfied, which is fine. I would like to get Gwen's meat dress at some point, because I think it's really pretty. But I don't know what it is about Gwen. I just think she's really cute, and I like her look, and I like the front bangs and everything. But again, she's not one that I'm, like, banking on, or, like, I won't actively go out looking for her. I know she's hard to find anyway, and also expensive, so it's just, like, it'd be cool, I think. Like, if I got the chance to get one, I would get one, if that makes sense. Anyways, here's Ezra in the PJs, which, fun fact, got these for free from AJ. I won a little giveaway during a private shopping event, and it was really cool. I think I just combined the words pretty and really, so to say perilly, because I can't talk. Alright, so here is my Nikki Hoffman doll wearing her glasses because I just like her better with them on. She will be wearing her pajama set with the most adorable slippers ever. I love these. I love Claudia's too, the little bunnies, so cute. And Ezra's our little Sundays, and it's just, AG pajamas, they hit. But speaking of Gwen and fulfilling childhood, I think it'd be pretty cool to add Krissa herself. Really, I never really considered it personally, but my sister has always wanted a Krissa, so I think it'd be fun to get her for her, even though she isn't really into AG that much. But just to kind of have her in the house, I think it'd be fun. But honestly, both her and Gwen are, like, ones that I'm not really actively looking for, not really expecting to get them. Maybe not ever, honestly. Certainly not this year, I'll say that much. And yeah, after that, I think I'm pretty good with character dolls. I mean, we'll have to see what Girl Year 2027 is. Oh, I hate that! That's, oh god. But I think more so with the character dolls, especially the historicals, I want to focus on building up their collections and getting some outfits for them, like, especially retired ones. Like I said, I want to build Felicity's collection to, like, hopefully be able to take mine out of the box and, like, use them more on display and stuff. Addie as well. Addie and Josefina and Mary Ellen, especially Mary Ellen's early collection, there was quite a bit of stuff that was on my wish list that I never ended up getting. Here is Nikki in her little nightgown and monkey slippers, which are the best part of the pajamas, let's be so for real. And her glasses. To me, she just doesn't look right without them anymore. It'd be like that. Here is Beth, my 132. That is the number, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. She'll be wearing the Waking Up is Rough PJs with, again, the slippers. The slippers, like, can make or break a PJ set, like, honestly. But I guess now is a good time to start talking about the Truly Me dolls, which, honestly, is not where I don't wanna get a bunch, honestly. There are only a few that I'm, like, definitely heart set on getting. And the others are just kind of like, yeah, why not? I think it'd be cool to have them, you know, like I wanted them when I was younger and everything. When I was younger, I used to go to the Truly Me, or at the time it was My American Girl section of the catalogs, and I'd give names to each of the dolls. Most of which I don't remember now, to be honest, but the ones I do remember, I'm like, I have a soft spot for them. Let's start with the Definites, which are the ones currently available from AG, specifically 110. I love 110, and I don't know what it is. I absolutely hate the bottom lashes on Just Molds. I want to be so real. So those coming straight off. But also I do have glasses for her that I have, and they're just waiting for her. Like, I have a name picked out for her and everything. Would not be surprised if I end up getting her this year, because I just love her ever since she came out. And the same thing for 122. I also have a name picked out for her, and like a character set, even though, again, like with Beth here, she looked like a character I already had from a story, and so I really wanted to add her. And the same thing with 122, she looks like a character whose name is Francesca, but she goes by Freddie. But I love to add those two, and 127 as well. I just think she's absolutely stunning. Alright, and here is Beth in the pajamas. Again, let's take a moment. Let's hold space for these slippers. Adorable. She'll be creeping in the back. Here is Marie Grace, whose nightgown I don't actually own. Instead, she's wearing Rebecca's newest one, because Rebecca's had 3 different pajama sets. But I think this one will suit Mary Cat the best. I renamed her Mary Cat. Anyways. Heater's gonna start going. Sorry, guys. It's literally winter. It's gonna be like that. Even though it was a rainstorm yesterday. Like, it was so bad. It felt like I was at a freaking beach. I was waiting for the bus, and every time a car drove by, the water would just, like, slosh onto the sidewalk like a freaking wave. It was hilarious. I was dying. But, yeah, my shoes were completely soaked, and so was my bag, and my coat, and my socks. It was a trek. It was a trek. But anyways, those are the 3 current Truly Me dolls that I would like to add. Out of all of them, 110 is definitely the priority. 122 as well. I think those are the main 2. Oh, I forgot about Linnea. That's my bad. I completely forgot that I don't have Linnea. I've been admiring her ever since she released. I just literally haven't gotten her. That's crazy. I was going to get her instead of Nikki, actually, but I just wasn't vibing with her face mold. Because I feel like it did change. I feel like it got smaller or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but I definitely buy one secondhand, I think. Oops, sorry, Nene. I think realistically, Isabel and 110 will be joining the collection this year. But regarding older Truly Me dolls that I'd have to get secondhand, I think my top 1 is number 26. I think she's really cute, and I just want more Animals. I did have 58, but wasn't vibing with her. I feel like her Addie mold doesn't look like Addie to me. It's just, and I mean, I have an Addie, and I compared them, and I'm like, there's something I'm not really vibing with here. So I haven't sold her. I just put her away for now, but I'd like to get an older one, like around when she first released, potentially. Yeah, I was talking all this shit about people saying Rebecca's slippers were hard to get on, and now I'm struggling. I'm a mess. I don't know how common she is on the secondhand market, but again, I still technically have one, so. But that's what I'm considering for now, because I just want more Addie molds. I love the Addie mold. And then 2 from my childhood that I really liked, really wanted, were 47 and 21. And I really like 47's hair. Like, it's like so pin straight, but it's really cute. She's a really pretty doll. And 21 is very unique. I think I want to get one with pin curls, but I'm not particularly picky when it comes to that. Particularly picky. Look at me with my alliteration. Anyways, here's Mary Cat looking. She's so cute. She's so pretty. I really keep telling myself I'm going to take the ribbons out of her hair, and I never do. Maybe one day I will, because I do really like her hair. But she's so pretty. Here Addie is, and I don't have either of her pajamas, her original or her Be Forever, but I did buy Melody's, like, her second pajama set for her, so I'm gonna put that on her. She already has the bows tied in her hair. Say it with me now. I can tie bows to save my life. Yeah, again, when I was younger, I used to name at the time, my AG dolls. So I named 47 Holly, and I named 21 Lulu. I don't think I would keep those names now if I were to get them, but it's just the fact that I remember. It's just nostalgic for me, I guess. And then among the original 20, like, Girl Today dolls, even though this is probably an unpopular opinion, I don't really care for the Pleasant Company dolls. So I want to get, like, the Mattel era versions of these dolls, but number 13 I actually almost bought instead of my 89 Micah at the last benefit sale, so I do still want a number 13. I would also like a number 2 because I just think she's really cute, and a number 17 because, again, I just think she's pretty cute. But again, Mattel era, all those dolls. I do not like the Pleasant Company versions. Sorry, not sorry. Then finally, my Grail Truly Me dolls, which, well, none of them are Truly Me. Well, one of them was, briefly. But number 4, because 4 mold, and she's really cute, but again, more Mattel era, not the Pleasant Company. 18.2, the Addie mold with textured hair and bangs, because she's really cute. Probably never gonna happen, but a broken dream. And then either 30 or 43, I go back and forth between the two. I don't need both, I just one or the other. I don't remember what I had named 43. I remember I named 38 Kiki. Again, I wouldn't keep that name if I were to get her, but she's pretty cute. Let's name her 43. But I don't know. I go back and forth. Those sets of dolls are like my grails that I don't, again, never really expect to get. Though, as I said, I'm not really looking to expand my Truly Me collection much. And honestly, the Truly Me dolls are the dolls that I change my mind about the most. These dolls have been locked in for a while. But again, certainly don't expect to get most, if any, of them this year. Except for probably 110. I could see myself getting 110 and maybe 122. These pajamas are so soft. I love the feeling of them. Not so much slippers. They're very thin and flimsy and kind of cheapy. But looks pretty cute. So just 9 dolls in their pajamas for Jammie January. Talked about my doll wish list for my collection, my collection goals, which is really focusing on a few character dolls, but I think I'm really... I said this last year as well, like more building on their collections, the historical specifically. And yeah, I'm getting pretty close to the end of my collection. Even though I will say, if you told me that I couldn't add any more dolls to my collection, I'd be completely fine with that. Like, I have so many dolls that I am so grateful for and love having. I know, but I'm excited by the prospect of kind of reaching that finish line, I guess, with my collecting goals. And I'm just so grateful for my dolls, and I love them so much, so dearly. And I'm excited. I really am. Hopefully American Girl doesn't throw me a huge curveball, because it is the 40th anniversary of the company, which is insane to think about. I'm hoping they do something with the historicals. I'm gonna be so honest. Because we got the 35th anniversary dolls, and that was amazing. And then they're kind of bringing back the original versions of, like, Josefina and Kirsten and Addie and Samantha. Even though they're not even selling that version of Addie anymore, I don't think, for some reason. And I'm like, please, just bring them back, please. I think they retired Molly, too. So, like, maybe something. I don't know. Bring back the best friend characters, please. Or just give us a new historical, goddammit. I'm rambling at this point, and I feel like my voice is going away, because I don't talk at all. I guess let me know what your collection goals look like this year, your doll wish list, your top doll that you want, your grail. What did you think of the pajamas that I showed you today? Which one was your favorite? Do you have a favorite pajama set from AG? Happy New Year once again. I hope everything is going well for you. I hope this year brings you nothing but good fortune, good vibes, good everything for you and your family and your loved ones and just everyone. I hope the world in general gets nothing but good vibes, please. Thank you guys for watching, and see you when I see you. Bye.